What up with it, OTP Nation? I'm back with another video, and today we reacting to Hidden City Under the Pyramid.
According to a new group of scientists,
We gotta see what this shit talking about. Bro, we've been finding out a lot of shit lately in this world, huh? Ever since Donald Trump been releasing evidence, everybody else in they other countries want to release evidence. That just go prove that whatever made us, we just sort of find out what made us probably. Is mankind. What made mankind probably. That's all the pyramids for the LBC.
incredible. Lost artifacts untouched for centuries, hidden knowledge. Their radar scans hidden complex below the pyramids.
They claim to have detected a vast underground complex, spiral staircases, mysterious chambers.
Mate, the world is going crazy
What
about
the
these
fuck?
cylindrical things underneath the pyramids.
Apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous.
So are they gonna
structures
repaint the
underneath
pyramid?
Pyramid that go
Or rebuild the pyramid?
kilometers deep
First, they
into
gotta
the earth.
understand it for the
Team of
redo it
researchers
though.
has just announced a groundbreaking discovery.
We don't know who built the pyramids, but the latest research on the pyramid has shown something even more sinister. Now, this right here is actually what's underneath the pyramid. Apparently, there is.
Hold on, let me move my camera so y'all can see a little bit.
That's hidden underneath the
Y'all see that?
And we already spoke about this.
They trying to say this is what made the pyramid. Like this is how the pyramid is underground, basically.
And what the
They just
latest
giving you a
research has
suggestion.
found out is even scarier that we humans are not yet ready to witness. We obviously haven't discovered
Look at the
who
model.
the actual builder of the pyramid is. According to the
Bro, look at the
science and
model.
theories, they just love to claim that it was the ancient Egyptians that built the pyramid. It seems like what we have just discovered.
This shit is
just
wicked.
blows all of those theories out of the park because this thing is actually scary. Now, from this 3D
Look at the
image
model.
here, you can actually see
Look at the
that it seems
square
like
cylinders
there
at the
is a whole
squares at the
pillar-like
bottom.
structure that goes 6
Circle that's
meters all the
wrapped
way
around like
towards the earth,
that's
which is
crazy.
underneath the pyramid, and this is basically what the structure actually
crazy.
looks like. And it's all just these pillars, which has a very similar resemblance to what Nikola Tesla had already
Oh,
discovered
shit.
about the pyramids. And the entire world said that he was just crazy. He's talking about theories that really don't exist. But right now, after the latest research, it seems like the possibility could be that there is something.
You gotta look at how this
way too
pyramid
dark
would have
about
looked,
the
bro.
pyramids.
Like this
Now,
shit look
obviously, we
nice
know
whenever you show that shit glowed up, bro.
Live your biggest life.
as a tombstone for
They say it was
stupid
built
death.
as a tombstone,
Honestly,
a
this is one of the most
tombstone
stupidest theories to ever exist because there is
for dead
absolutely
people.
no
But some people
actual
say it's
tombs
not,
found
because
inside
no
the pyramid.
tombs was
Nor was
found.
there any mummified bodies found inside the pyramid as well. Now, this is just a pure assumption based on what the government wants to tell us, where they've been saying for all these years that it is just some sort of.
Bro, that shit crazy when you get to learn how to read what they was writing and shit.
Pyramids are actually built in order to be a proper, way too advanced scientific equipment, which basically serves as an energy conductor using just the sun and the environment around us on Earth. Now, as we know, the pyramids
shit
were
wicked.
built, the entire pyramid
It's
was
wicked.
covered using a limestone.
Shit extravagant,
Basically,
bro. Look at how
the
this
sun
shit look, bro. Like, we gotta try to. Somebody gotta try to get this shit going. We gotta understand this shit and get this shit going.
And this is one of the perfect materials that whoever built this pyramid had this particular thing in mind. And it's not just something that they did for a tomb, but the limestone actually served a far more greater purpose. The reason why the government claims that it's nothing but a tomb that was built by ancient Egyptians is because, as far as what we personally believe about the ancient civilization, we just think of them as some sort of a primal being. And comparing us to them, it seems like we are way more advanced in science and technology. But however, it seems like whoever was living before us was way too advanced, and they might not even be actual human beings whoever built this pyramid. It's because
They
was
trying to
another
say they was
research
aliens.
which was done in Iraq, where there were 3 different artifacts which was found together in the same place. And the 3 artifacts were: 1, the surrounded pot; and 2nd, a tube of copper; and 3rd, a rod of iron. Now, what they did with all 3 of these artifacts is that they put the liquid acid inside the pot. Turns out that it actually actually produces electricity. And this artifact, when it's combined together, this basically works as a battery. Now, they also used to call this as the Baghdad or Parthian battery. Now, keep this in mind, that this whole invention was already discovered 2,000 years ago. The first electrical appliance that we humans started using in our personal homes was only in the year 1910, which means that this technology, the battery technology, was already founded 2,000 years ago. And it seems like ancient civilization already knew how to use them. And we don't
But
know
it's
what
crazy
kind of
because
things they exactly
they
used
was
for.
using this
Which
shit
we
with
obviously
straight
don't
raw
have knowledge
materials,
of the
bro. Shit that
technologies
wouldn't
these
pollute
beings
the
possess.
environment
And
and
as
shit.
far as what I can say, it
I
doesn't
assume,
seem
right?
like the ancient civilizations were really humans. Now, it was not just a liquid acid that kind of turned on the electricity. You could also use lime juice, and lime juice would also produce electricity. And just 10 years later, after this whole thing was discovered, it seems like people used to use grape juice inside the spot in order to produce electricity. And for some
Grape
reason, it
juice?
seems like fruits or anything that has a citric property is going to be conducting electricity. And they tested this whole thing out in 1934, and they found out that when you add lemon juice to this battery, it was actually able to conduct 4 volts of electricity, which, to be honest, was a discovery that we humans still could not believe, that ancient civilization, they already used to use stuff like these back in those times. Now, if you also take a look at the pyramid when it was originally built, it was not really all stones as the pyramid currently looks like, because when the pyramid was originally built, it was completely filled with limestones. The exterior of the pyramid was completely covered with a shell-like structure, which
That
is
shit look
basically a
good.
material that could be used in order to reflect off the sunlight, as though the entire pyramid was made out of mirrors. And another very interesting thing is that the pyramid was also placed in an exact 90 degrees proportion, to the northern compass, which is something that not even us in this generation, with all the technologies that we possess, have been able to build anything with such accuracies as what the Egyptians actually did. Now, sadly, in 1303, it seems like there was a massive earthquake that just naturally happened, and ever since this earthquake happened, it seems like most of the outer shell of the pyramid basically just fell off due to the massive vibrations of Earth. And slowly over time, all the limestones which was fallen off was basically gathered by the locals, and they started using it for other purposes. And some even intentionally broke down the pyramid structure in order to gather limestones. And that's the reason why there's literally no shell left out in the pyramid as of now. And it was later
So,
on when the government
they broke
stepped
this
in
shit
and they
more
said that
'cause they
it's
didn't
one of the
understand
seven
it.
wonders of the world, and they need to preserve this place. And that's exactly when people were not allowed by the government in order to climb the pyramid. Now, what's also interesting here is that the interior of the pyramids and all the chambers inside the pyramid is actually made out of a material called dolomite, which is nothing but
Dolomite.
post rock, which
What
is
the
a
hell is
composition
dolomite?
material of calcium magnesium carbonate. And dolomite in particular is not any ordinary rock.
Cuts made in this reflective stone were angled perfectly, so it would have a smooth, flat appearance. This would have made the giant structures brightly reflect the light of the sun like a mirror. It also would have made perfect insulation.
So they gonna understand what's north, south, east, and west. Because don't the sun move? You can see the sun moving in the
You see
world,
how
bro.
the entire pyramid was like made in a completely smoother way. It's not just rocky, and currently it's all just filled with rocks, and it's not really arranged in a very smooth pattern. But then when it was originally made, it seems like every single minute amount of stone was made with such precision that the entire thing just looked like a complete mirror.
Puzzle.
And that's how precise they were in order to make this pyramid. And they were not even using any sort of technology that we have, which means that what kind of technology could they be possessing?
Quake in 1303
That's a huge
disrupted
mystery.
the casing stones, and they were removed to use on other structures. Today, all that remains is the inner core of the pyramid. Image of the incredible amount of light that would have reflected from the monument raises curiosity, as does the reason for the insulation. Was there a desire to draw attention to their dead? To keep mummies warm or cool, or
I don't think
perhaps
so.
something else? Next, the material, dolomite, was used on the inner surfaces.
That's what I was
Dolomite is
talking about.
known to increase electrical conductivity directly relative to the amount of pressure on it.
They make it
High
rain,
pressure
probably.
creates more electrical current. Next, lining the passageways and underground tunnels of the pyramids is granite, which is slightly radioactive. Granite contains high amounts of quartz crystal with metal, and it's a well-known conductor of piezoelectricity. Piezoelectricity occurs as a result
Look at that stuff. So they're applying pressure from both the sides, and that's actually going to be conducting electricity.
of stress
how it
or
works.
pressure on the quartz,
And they're going
as
to test it.
demonstrated by the wristwatches, which can be charged simply by rapidly shaking them.
Mm-hmm.
This granite actually ionizes
What
the
the
air
hell?
inside the pyramid, creating a chemical reaction which, again, increases the conductivity of electricity.
That's
When
incredible.
such electrons are given the chance to bypass sections of rock via metal
And also keep this in mind that each pyramid has a very weird, bizarre structure where you have these tunnels, like, very tiny tunnels that comes out of the sides. And it just
So you think a
seems like,
pyramid shot a
this
beam out that bitch
whatever
24/7?
electricity is getting channeled all the way down here. It could just pass through each and every one of these tunnel-like structures and just spread out of nowhere. And all of this energy is basically just combined together in this core of the pyramid. And then now, with the latest research, we have just found out that there is a whole entire world underneath the pyramid, which is completely
world?
mind-blowing.
wire, quite large currents can flow.
Mm-hmm.
Another important material used to construct them is the mysterious mortar, 500,000 tons of it, which holds the giant stones in place. Though it's been analyzed many times, modern technology has yet to exactly recreate this gypsum, which comes from sediment. This gypsum can withstand tremendous pressure and astoundingly is even stronger than the stones themselves. Clearly, it's contributed to keeping the monument intact for thousands of years.
Now, one of the theories, according to something that I usually read, which is the scriptures of the Bible, has a very good explanation for this whole stuff. Because if you currently take a look at what the pyramid is basically built like, you obviously know that there are some very precise engineering that's currently being used in order to completely build the pyramid, from the outside of the pyramid to the exterior, interior, and now recently we have just found out that underneath the pyramid there seems to be 8 pillars, which looks something like this, and there's like a whole entire coir-like structure that goes all the way up there, and it basically serves as a complete conductor of electricity, and it's all just done using natural resources. It's not done with artificial electricity. Whoever discovered this stuff or whoever created the pyramids, it seems like they knew a lot more about our Earth than what we humans do. It seems like they understood environment way better than us. It seems like they knew how Earth would function way better than us. They also knew each and every single components of different stones and elements that exist on Earth, and that's just absolutely mind-blowing to know that these things were created 4,000 years ago. And after the latest discovery,
That
I
bitch jumped up
honestly
another
think that the
2,000.
pyramids
Yeah.
could be created even before 4,000.
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more from
Noah, according to what the Bible is described. Now, as I was saying,
That's the
Bible
Noah
scriptures
Ark.
have already talked about this stuff. Or if you ask ChatGPT, you'll actually get the answer. Or according to the scriptures, it seems like before the Noah's flood, when human beings began to increase in numbers on earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God, who are the angels, saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful and they could marry any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortals, and their days will be 120 years." And back in those days, God actually allowed humans to live for way longer. And over the time, He decided that we're just very sinful, and adding on years is basically just going to add on more sins to our name. So that's basically why with each generation, it just seems like, our lifespan just keeps decreasing. And the reason why is because God has already decided that stuff. Now, getting to the main part here, as you know, the Nephilim, who are also known as the giants, were actually on the earth in those days and also afterwards. When the sons of God, who to be clear are the angels, went to the daughters of human, and they had intercourse with each other, because the angels individuals thought that human women are actually way more beautiful, and they decided to have an intercourse, and who back in those times were known as heroes of the old, men of renown. And also, these children were known to be so powerful. They were not like any normal humans. And in some of the mythologies, you would also know some of the greatest warriors like Hercules from Greek, Leonidas from Sparta, and also a lot of Indians from Hindus who also worship one of these giant gods named Hanuman. And it was also the same in the Chinese mythology, where you also had Wukong, who was the Monkey King, and Monkey King was also considered as one of the avatars of Buddha. These were the type of beings which the Bible already states that they are called as the Nephilim. And some were even normal size like us humans. Like, for example, Leonidas of Sparta, he was normal size like a regular human being, but then the power that this man possessed actually made him stand with his 300 Spartan army going against...
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Now, can you imagine
This
who
is
could win a war
Sparta.
against 10,000 soldiers? But back in those times, it seems like it was possible. And these were the kind of people that were created by the bloodline, which the Bible already states as the Nephilim. Now, a lot of people believe that the Nephilim, who are the giants, were actually the guys who built the pyramids, because not even the current generation mechanism and technology that we have is actually able to lift the kind of rocks that were used in order to build the pyramid. Because each rock in the pyramid weighs about 2.5 to 15 tons. And these rocks were actually found 500 kilometers away from the place where the pyramid is built, which means that whoever built the pyramid was easily able to carry these rocks, 500 kilometers away in order to build this pyramid in this particular location. There seems to be a lot more mystery, and currently we have just uncovered something that seems to be backing up a lot that the Bible already talks about. So honestly, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Please just take a few seconds of your valuable time. Leave your feedbacks. It really, really does matter. I would love to read your comments and reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. And also, if you want to support this video, the one thing that you can actually do is by dropping a like on this video. It really helps boost the algorithm in order to show this video to as many people as possible. So you guys could just take a few seconds of your valuable time, drop a like, and also comment. It all just helps in order to build the algorithm up. And genuinely speaking, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to watch more content like these, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on.
Man, this shit crazy, bro. I found out a lot of shit in this shit. Basically, this is around the time 300 Spartans. So this shit crazy, bro. I was watching that. I know everybody. I know all y'all done watched 300 Spartan before, bro. If not, y'all gotta go watch that shit. 300 Spartan was that shit. I fuck with that shit. But yeah, back to this pyramid shit, bro. So basically, they found out this shit was a whole fucking world, basically. A whole underworld living off of pyramid electricity with water on top of it. With a beam shooting out of it, I guess? A fucking beam? That's crazy. I don't even know. Man, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think on this shit. And what else y'all want me to react to. With that further being said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all want to see on the next video, bro. Thank y'all for watching.